we are here for the main event Champions League. So, every year we are now putting together 32 top players. They can be chosen by their previous ranks. They can be chosen because they are content creators. But either way, these are some of the best players that are playing the game. So, we are going to go through as we've created our own Champions League format. So, exactly the same as it is in the Champions League. We've got 8 groups. We all play each other twice, home and away. Not that that actually matters. And then the top 2 teams go through to the knockout stages where it's 2 legs per round until the final head-to-head. So at Rossoneri, FPL Rossoneri, who is Nick, he's our current champion. So he's the man to beat. However, we do have some new favourites in town as well. So we're going to go through. The best thing to do here is pay attention to who's playing these games and pay attention to their scores, because you will want to try and find them on Twitter at some point to follow them to see what the hell they're doing. Okay?
Thanks, Dan. So let's go through the results of Group A. So in Matchday 1, FPL Dylan losing to Abdul Hamid, 111 points to 106, a very high scoring game. In the second Matchday, FPL Austria beaten Rajvia, 94 points to 61. In Matchday 2, Rajvia unfortunately losing again to Abdul Hamid, who has a little bit of a winning streak now, 57 to 48. Quite a low scoring game, but we have our first draw of FPL Dylan and FPL Austria both getting 80 points. Into Group B now, Silent Bats unfortunately losing to Dortmund 5-0. Danny, 96 to 94, a very, very close game for that one. And Dan, Heartland Globetrotters winning 113 points to 98 to Punts and Points Vincent in the podcast derby. In Matchday 2, Silent Bats beaten Dan, 86 to 73 points. And Dortmund 5-0, Danny winning again, 82 to 74. I think that was a lot due to limitless wildcards, and that showed that it was the difference in this competition. Into Group C, FPL Reactions, currently second in the world. He won both games, 132 to 73 against Steve Bird in Matchday 1. And 91 points to 83 to Viali in Matchday 2. Very, very high-profile games. In Matchday 1, Viali did come out as the victor, 108 points to JPCC Silver, 100 points scored in that one. And then JPCC Silver winning 79 to 69 against Steve Bird in Matchday 2 for Group C. And into Group D, which has last year's champion, FPL Rossoneri. We always have to add the Nick in there. Winning 116 to 104. Very high scoring games. Very high scoring teams in this group, actually. To Lewis. So 104 points for that one, which both led them into, again, both winning the Matchday 2. So FF Titans, unfortunately, losing 81 points to JLB Credit, 112. Then, as I mentioned before, FPL Rossoneri, 89 points to FF Titans, 60. And then Louis winning 85 points to 75. Group E now, and we had FPL Milanista, 129 points to FPL Tora, 102. Very, very high scoring, but I think with the quality of these players, definitely make sure you keep following them whenever you see them so that you can kind of get to know their tactics. Against other people in this group, Victoria's Secret Nitesh, 118 points to, unfortunately, Fantasy Tipsters' 48 points. But Matchday 2, FPL Tora losing out to Nitesh, 79 to 75, a very, very close scoring game. And then Obe winning 69 points to 56 to Fantasy Tipsters. Group F, and Nathan unfortunately losing the first game. Nima having 120 points to his 94. And the other game, Francois 110 points to the Krisk's 87. In the next game, though, Nathan having a massive 92 points against Francois, and then the Krisk 84 points, but unfortunately losing out to Nima, who had 85. Very, very close games in this group, especially in Matchday 2. Matchday 1 in Group G, it's all rhymes here, Z beat 110, and well, he got 110 points and beat Ed, who got 88. Then the boys, Kevin Wolf, 94 points to Samir's 118. Absolutely massive. Then Matchday 2, Z losing out. Unfortunately, Kevin Wolf getting 82 points. Ed losing out 52 to Samir's 67. So some massive scores in this group as well. And then we have in Group H, the last group, UCL Bielsa, 134 points. And he beat Oritravo, 105 points. Absolutely massive. Then you have some loser called Aaron, and he lost to Leafy Dragon and Newcastle Derby. It's sad. It's sad. I'll just skip me. Basically, I lost both games. Group H, Oritravo winning 82 points and Bielsa winning 80 to 70. So very, very good scores by them. And Leafy Dragon, unfortunately, coming on the end of another losing. Well, I say another losing result. It's sad. I'm sad. And now just to fly through the tables. So we have Group A, Abdul Hamid, top of the table, 6 points. And then due to the draw, we have FPL Austria on 4, Dylan on 1, and Rajvia at the bottom with 0. Group B, we have Ahmed Ashmawi, for 6 points, winning both his games. Then Danny and Dan, 3 points each. Vincent at the bottom, but the comeback could be on. Group C, we have FPL Reactions with a massive point difference at 67, 6 points. JPC Silva, 3, and Viali also with 3. Steve Bird, unfortunately, 0. A massive, massive point difference. So the comeback might be harder there, but it's not impossible. Group D, Rossoneri, top of the table, just like we like to see. 6 points. GLB Credit, Tim, 3, Louis B, 3, and FF Titans, bottom of the table. Now, Group E, we have Nitesh, top of the table, 74 points difference. Absolutely huge point difference. And Obey, 6 points again. So they both have won both of their games, and they will now go as a head-to-head double 2 times in a row, and we'll see who is top of the table with that. FPL Torah and Fantasy Tipsters will definitely have a chance to claw back some points, and qualification is not totally impossible just yet. Group F, Nima with 6 points, 27-point difference. Francois with 3, Nathan with 3 points, and the Krisk on 0. Group G, Sizzlers, Samir with 6 points, Z and Kevin Wolf with 3, Ed, unfortunately, at the bottom with 0. And last, Group H, UCL Bielsa, 6 points, Leafy Dragon, Matthew Milton on 3, Oritravo 3, and yeah, let's just skip that last spin.
We will have the graphics up of their names as well, I hope, so that people can give all these guys a follow, because as you've seen by the scores, some of them are absolutely ridiculous, and you should really, really be following them all. And please don't forget to follow us at UCL Fantasy Pod. We're on Twitter. I've just mentioned that. We are also on YouTube. We are the main event. And we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Anchor. But if you just go on our Twitter, our linked tree is there, so you can just click on that, and that'll give you some socials to fill your boots as well. Thanks so much for sticking around. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.